Hello everybody, and thank you so much for joining me back into Ostriv. My name is Axfield, and with today's episode I'm going to expand the production line with our food. Namely, I want to get some windmills up and running, get some extra flour, and also want to add some more crop fields on the opposite side of the river, and we're going to just expand the town in general. Now, I was busy a little bit off screen, so I've placed myself a barber surgery over here, so that is going up and running, and it's doing very well. It's already generated a wealth of 740, so we're definitely going to have to cap the wealth tax on the barber surgery. I'm going to have to really push it up quite a bit. Now also I've added another row house, and I've placed some additional village houses here with the fields or with the plots, because I do want to get some extra production, some private production going. And in fact, this is the first house that I see in my town that has got the apiaries. So I'm pretty happy about that, so that we can just start producing some honey. So the spawning in of our apiaries has been pretty bad. That is something that I would like to see added to the game. You know, the fact that you can maybe choose, be more selective on what you harvest from your plot. But in any case, maybe that will be introduced on a later stage. So I'm guessing I want to place my windmill more in the likes of here. We can maybe add 1 or 2 windmills over here, but for now I'm going to just add 1 windmill around about here. So I'm only going to use the windmill, or the flour that I get from the windmill, to produce as food for the people in the town. So I'm only going to set up 1 for now. Now I also want to add another orchard over here. Now the thing is, with the orchard I can use the copy button, but it doesn't replicate the field here with the orchard. It does do that with the houses, but not with the orchards, and also not with the farming fields. So I'm hoping that's something that will also be changed soon. And yeah, but now you've got to do everything manually. So we're going to try and replicate the plot the same way, or in the same size as we've got with the orchards here. And I want to leave enough space so that we can complete the block of row houses on this side. So let's just pull it a little bit further down, and I'm gonna I think this should be right. That looks pretty square. Okay. Right, so I'm gonna just set it up like that. We need to remove 8 trees, so it's probably going to take some time before we can set up this orchardry. So with the flour that we're going to be getting, I'm going to add it to the market stall on this side. Then we've fully stocked all the market stalls, really. Okay, then we've got a pretty decent variety of all the foods. Now you can see here, the people harvesting the stone, they did a very good job. They went through the stone really quickly that was on this little island. So my intention is also now to add a bridge from this side, and yeah, then we can eventually start adding the little village houses, and we can decorate it nicely. I think having maybe like a fishing dock from this island would just look really cool. So maybe we can add one here. Yeah, I think this is going to be the best spot to have a fishing dock round about here. That's going to look really cool. So we can do that. We can add it there, and maybe add 2 or 3 village houses and just decorate it from there. So as you can see, we do have a problem with food variety at the moment. I do have plenty of food, I just don't have that variety. Now I'm also thinking of getting another cart shed maybe, because we've only got 5 dedicated workers for the town that's operating the carts on a permanent basis, and we've got a town of almost 240 people now. So I think it is about time that we get ourselves another cart shed. So I suppose it would be appropriate to have one on this side of the river. So let's just see here. If I place a cart shed, I can place it probably here. That will still leave us with enough space for the row house on that side. I think if I had to place it here, it's going to be a little bit tight. Yeah, so let's do this. I'm going to place my cart shed in line with the granary over here. There we go. They're more or less the same size. Okay, so we're going to add the 2 workers. I'm just bringing the labor limit down. And we're going to start producing our first flour. I want to see something. I think I've got a space for the flour in one of these granaries. Yeah, okay, so I've got space there. But I think I'm going to assign flour on this side also, in any case. On a later stage, we are going to produce a lot, so I'll just assign it here because we can use the flour then also for the people on this side. And I also need to allocate the apples. I think we should be producing apples really soon. Now I'm going to maybe go for 3,000 apples that we can store here. Because we're going to have 2 orchards now that can, where we can harvest apples from. Now, while I was building all those additional structures, I just added some more fences here along the river. Added a lot of vegetation, some more trees. Just coloring up the city nicely. Well, it's still a village, I suppose. But it's definitely looking more lively at this stage. Now, I can also maybe look at moving the forestry a little bit further up. So let's see to maybe move it more like in this region. Yeah, see, if I move it to this area, then we can add ourselves some extra houses. So let's do that. And I'm going to also just go ahead and place this house here. Okay, there we go. All done and dusted. I think I'm going to move that house to the front. We might still be in time to plant some crops here. I've got a decent amount of workers. And let's see what we can sell here to Penutine. At the moment, only apples. I am going to assign the warm clothes on a later stage, but we need to really up our production. So let's just see here with the tannery. Yeah, we need plenty of sheep hide still before we're gonna get to that level. Yeah. Now I suppose we can add some weavers here. I've got plenty of extra workers now, so I might as well just fill this building with the workers. And yeah, let's just see here. Barber Surgery is still pushing up its funds really quickly, so I'm gonna maybe just push it to 40, the tax. Just want to balance it out. I don't want them to get stuck where I've got to support them financially at the end of the day. But it was a pretty good location to place the barber surgery. It looks like everybody's getting there, and they are making some really decent money. Now I wanted to add some extra decorative buildings over here, so I think placing the Patron of Arts monument, if we can place it more or less like here, square with the market stalls, place one on each side of the market stalls, so maybe like round about here, and then we can also place one round about here, so just to keep it square kind of. And that's gonna look nice. It's gonna look like a proper town square. We only still need to do the pavement then. Then everything's going to come out together very nicely. Right, so we've got a decent amount of stone. We've built this bridge over here so we can get to all the stone deposits here at the bottom. Now you can see there's a generous amount of stone still left. And I've got 4,000 stone in the storage here. Now I'm thinking I'm going to just maybe send a messenger to Balaglia. And then we can just purchase some additional stone. I'm going to just get as much as I can, so that once we start building those additional row houses that we've got enough of that. And speaking of that, I think I'm going to build a big corner row house over here. I believe my bricks have accumulated nicely off screen. So I'm going to squeeze it in right over there. Try to make it square. Now in order for me to get it perfectly square, I'm going to have to move or remove the forestry. They are progressing pretty well with the forestry on this side. Then we can just basically transfer everything over across to the forestry here. I think what might be a good idea is to just basically delete all the logs and everything that's in here, and just let the new lumberjacks chop a bunch of trees here around, because yeah, they'll clear out the forest quicker if I just delete a bunch of these logs. Then they'll really clear the forest quickly. So that's a good idea. So I'm gonna just keep that row house on hold for now, and let's quicken the speed here, and we can sell some dried fish. I'm gonna maybe just go for 600. I want to keep some extra if we get people from other towns, and I've got some extra dried fish to sell to them. Got the 800 sunflower oil. Okay, so that's giving us a decent amount of profit right over there. So I'm going to also add, let's do 500 iron, and then there we go, we've got 1,000 stone. Okay, so now I basically just spent all the money, almost all of it, between the stone and the iron that I bought now, but that's okay. The Rukachi, okay, cool. Yeah, my town storage is really full with the shoes, and I think it's now a good time maybe just to up it a little bit further. The shoe exports. So let's change that to 500. I'm still being very conservative with the amount that I want to sell. Okay, and let's move the lumberjacks across. 1, 2, 3. Right. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete all the logs. Let's do that. And I'm going to also destroy the bark. Let's just maybe say 4,000. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Let's just go ahead and destroy this wood as well. We can leave the firewood. That should be clearing out very quickly. Okay, you can see the wealth is dropping significantly now. I suppose I must just bring this down. Let's take it down to 37.5. Okay, so we can sell these shoes now. 500 shoes. And I don't have any sunflower oil in storage now. That's okay. We're gonna just sell the shoes then. I'm gonna add one worker, and we're gonna also do the apples over here. Okay, so I think I'm going to just clear this out. Let's take that away, and then we can demolish this forestry. And then from there we can add the corner row house. Let's just see. Yeah, we've got now already 7,500 bricks in storage. That makes up the majority of what we're going to need for the row house. Okay, so we've got flax, we've got sunflower, so now the next thing for me would be to add some more wheat. So let's just do that. We're going to do the same measurements. 30 by 40. That's the standard measurement that I use for this game now. Here we go. I think for the next season I'll purchase some extra oxen, and then we can comfortably plow these fields as well. Here we go. Alrighty. Okay, good stuff. Yeah, and we can add another worker. Now, the thing that I want to do is I want to add a platform somewhere on this side. Maybe we can even do two. Why not? So let's do a platform here. And I can do another one kind of like over there. That's good. Okay. Then we're gonna need probably, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 hay dryers. Let's do 3 hay dryers, and then we're gonna need our hay barracks. Yeah, so my idea is to keep it kind of in line with the farmhouse. And I'm gonna go ahead and add only 2 hay barracks for now. So we're very close to being finished with taking down this forestry. Let's just see here. I'm going to add 1 more builder. So we've got, from the town center, we've got, let's see here, we've got 7 builders. And then we've got another 2, so we've got 9 builders. I think that should be good. At least just for now. Okay. So let's go ahead and add this corner house over here. And now we should be getting 5 or 6 families that's going to stay in this row house. I didn't completely build it straight here, but it's okay. Still kind of salvage it. Okay, so there we go. I'm gonna place it just like so. Looking good. Right, and I think let's move that maybe 3rd in line. Yeah, so I want to also see that we've got enough workers at the carpentry. I'm going to maybe add 1 more worker here. And let's just see for the smithy. We can also add another worker on this side. And then I can order all the carts that I need. And then from here, we can maybe also add 2 workers for now. So we've got quite a few things that we can sell over here. I'm going to go ahead and sell the full amount of the salt. We've got a lot of salt in storage, so that's okay. so I'm gonna just empty out the storage over here to free up the space. Then we can add another house here with a plot. Now eventually I can add another 2 over here. I'm hoping at least. Because I see the pathway there for the bridges might be a problem. Yeah, this might be a problem. So ultimately, I'm probably going to just do a block of 4 of these houses, which is fine. This does look pretty square, just the way that I've got it now. Move it maybe a bit more to this side. Okay, cool. I think that's it. Just leave it like that. Alright, so we require an additional 8,000 bricks here. Let's see how much we've got here. Okay, awesome stuff. Okay, so we should be able to get this row house done pretty soon. We've got almost all the bricks that we need. Now, I've placed all these hay dryers. I think I do need to push up the wage here to encourage the laborers just to come this direction. And we're going to also have to just lower the labor limit. Just do this all to 8. And we just give a slightly more wage here with the hay dryers. Okay, and I'm thinking of maybe just increasing my exports over here. There we go. Seeing that we've got the extra sunflower production going. Right, and we've got a few free laborers here to help with the harvesting. Let's maybe push this village house to the front. While we're waiting for the laborers to just get all the resources there for the row house. Yeah, so we can see here the years that the apples have been planted is 2 years now. So I believe within the next year we are going to harvest, maybe even a little bit from this year, but I think it's about 3 years before you get your initial harvest. So we might have to wait another year. Now it might not be a bad idea to place my distillery on this side. I think it would look pretty cool here right next to the row houses, maybe even a little bit closer to the river. And we've got the storage where we can place the grain or the wheat. Yeah, so I want to see, I'm going to maybe replace the cabbage also with flour. We're going to always have the flour ready to give to the people, so I think I'm going to rather just replace the cabbage with the flour. And that way we've got always food available. Now I want to see, we're going to get some honey. We've already got 200 honey over there. And okay, cool. Here we've got our first honey in storage over here. I'm definitely going to add another store in this block of row houses, and then we'll add the honey also there as a food source. I'm not going to sell the honey, we're just not producing enough to use the honey as a trading commodity. I almost never use honey as a trading commodity, although you can. Some people do buy it, or some of the towns buy it, but it's just, I don't know how you get your production with the honey up. Between honey and pumpkins, I would say that's probably the two commodities that I get the least amount of. They spawn in the least frequently of all the other products. Okay, but the town is shaping up like something over here. Now, my idea is to obviously move these buildings, all of these buildings really, maybe also to the outskirts of the town on that side. But we're going to just carry on expanding now with the row houses that we've got here, and once the trees are cleared, we can add some more farmland, add some more orchards, and so on. Okay, so we've got now the barracks that's built. That's a little bit odd. We've got the trees here in between. I don't even know how that works. But now we've got these trees in between the buildings. And it doesn't even seem like I can select these trees. Oh well. As long as they're functioning, I'm happy. Okay, so let's see, more stone. Yeah, I definitely want more stone. I suppose I can order some cows now. Let's see, optimize, use fellow, manager, worker. Just do the two. I'm gonna add the laborers and the cart worker. And we push this down to 8. Now I'm thinking of just ordering my cows now. I've got those extra workforce, so let's go ahead and order ourselves maybe 8 cows and 1 bull. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, now with that being said, I'm going to probably have to just add another worker here by the dairy production. Because between the sheep and the cows that we've got now, we're going to produce a lot of milk. Okay, cool. We've got a manager, we've got 1 worker, which is fine. We'll be able to do everything that we need to do. Okay, so we've had a few extra deaths. In fact, I think it was only 2 extra deaths. 1 off screen and then 1 now. So in total, we've got 6 deaths over a span of 10 years. I think we're doing really well. There we go. Okay, there's plenty of burial plots now. I'll make it look pretty and I'll fence it out, put some trees in and all of that stuff. But for now I'm gonna just keep it open like that. Yeah, we've got pretty much all the material that we need. We need about 80 wood still. And that's it. There we go. And once the row house is up, I'll then definitely just add maybe another 2 workers here for my cart shed. And then we've got a decent amount of carters walking around the town. Now, so for the cart parking, I've got this one over here. And, well, we've got the one and then, okay, yeah, that's the other one. I think we've only got these 2 as far as I'm aware. So we can definitely look at adding another cart parking also. Just thinking where would be the best spot. I'm kind of thinking this would be a good location. But we've already got one there and we've got one here. Okay. Okay, you know what? I think let's go ahead and add one over here like so. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Let's do this. Okay, then we've got 3 car parking, so we've got 12 carts from the parking, and then we've got 10 carts from the carters from the cart shed. Okay, so the row house is done. The block of row houses is starting to look really nice now. And let's see here, we've got, yeah, 5 families that we can get in there. And we've still got space for 4 families, and that's really good. Okay, so let's add another 2 workers over here. Alright, yeah, I think we've got a really good setup at the moment. So let's just order ourselves some extra carts. And we're going to do the same here. I don't think I've done it with the other cart parkings, but I'm going to just push the labor limit also down over here. I always forget to change the labor limit here by the car parking. Alright, so for my stone storage, I've got now just over 6,000. Just want to see if I've got any stone over here. Oh, there we go. Got 1,200 here as well, so just over maybe like 7,500 stone that we've got. So I can definitely consider maybe laying out some more pavement. We can do that actually now. But that's it from me, guys. I'm going to do quite a bit off screen, and then within the next episode we're going to do some final touches. I'm just doing a 10 episode series for this one. If you do want to see the complete city on a later stage, please do drop a comment and let me know. Then I'll play around with the city a bit, and then I'll do one more final video to showcase the final result of my city. Thank you so much everybody for watching, and then I'll see you in the next one.
In a game of adventure and strategy, we make our mark. Accident.